Manchester City are linked with Bruno Guimaraes and Lucas Paqueta. Obviously, Lucas Paqueta was very close to joining City last summer, but because of the betting allegations, it didn't happen. The fee was agreed between the both clubs, Manchester City and West Ham United, but because of the betting allegations that came out against Lucas Paqueta, the deal did not go ahead. And we've gone back in for Paqueta, it looks like, and he's got a release clause of 85 million. We were linked with him even before he went to West Ham. We were linked with him when he was at Lyon. So I think I'm pretty much certain that this will happen. The only thing that will stop this from happening, in my personal opinion, is if the betting allegations don't go away. I heard rumours that it's all like done, but like it's not like come from like the most like reliable like journalist or anything like that. Just have a sip of my Tango. But I really would like Lucas Paqueta in this Manchester City team, because I think since we've lost Gundogan, the creativity coming from the midfield at times this season has been non-existent, especially when Kevin De Bruyne was out spending his 2-3 month, maybe 4 months on the sideline. So we definitely need a bit of a creative option there. Not only because players like Bernardo Silva might leave, but also to make the squad a bit bigger, because I think in midfield at the moment we're pretty light. On to Bruno Guimaraes, he's got a release clause of 100 million. And apparently Pep really wants him as well. But personally for me, I don't want Bruno Guimaraes. Because last season he was very good in the season that Newcastle got to top 4 against all the odds. But this year he sort of fell off a bit. And just because he's done well for Newcastle, this might sound disrespectful, doesn't mean that he's going to do well for Man City. Because we have a much higher ceiling than Newcastle. No disrespect for Newcastle, they're a good side, fairly big club as well, but we do have a much higher ceiling than Newcastle United. And the expectation levels are a lot higher as well. I'd personally have a look at getting Kimmich from Bayern Munich, because we were linked with him before in January, but we didn't end up actually going in for him in the end, in terms of like actually placing a formal offer. But he's got to be the player that we're going for, because he can play CDM, he can play right back, he can play central midfield as an 8, and he's worked with Pep Guardiola before. He's played at a high level for a long time in the Champions League for Bayern Munich. He's won a lot of titles with Bayern Munich. And in terms of a player, I think only Rodri, in my personal opinion, is a better CDM than him. I know a lot of people will say Declan Rice, but Kimmich has been doing it for a much longer time than Declan Rice, whereas Rice has only been doing it for maybe 1, 2, 3 seasons, where Kimmich has been doing it for like 5, 6 years, maybe 7 years at the most. And I think overall he's had a better career than Declan Rice, but it's still early days in Declan Rice's career, because Declan Rice was linked to City last summer. But the problem with him is that I think in terms of like how he is on the ball, he's too similar to Rodri. So I think that's what put City off, and I think City weren't fully convinced by him, in my personal opinion. That's why I think the deal didn't end up going over the line, and he ended up going to Arsenal instead. And if you don't get these two options, you've got to look at Dani Olmo, also a good player at RB Leipzig. And if you don't get Guimaraes, I don't personally want him anyway, you get Kimmich. Well, Kimmich should be the priority, in my personal opinion. He should be the priority in terms of that CDM signing. And if you can't get Kimmich, then that's when you look at someone like Bruno Guimaraes. And then if you don't get Guimaraes, then that's when you look at someone like João Neves. But the thing is with João Neves, we've all seen that he could do it in the Portuguese league, but can he actually do it in the Premier League is a real question. I'm not sure whether he could. Obviously, if he worked under Pep Guardiola, there'd be a chance that he could improve, but I don't think this Neves thing will happen. Because we've been linked with him quite a bit, but there has been like loads of other clubs in for him quite a bit as well. I think Neves will end up going to United. That's my personal take. Because I think when they get a new manager in, because I don't think Ten Hag will be at United next season, I can see their new manager wanting to bring in lots of new players. And this is my prediction. I think Tuchel goes to United, and I think Ten Hag goes back to Ajax. That's my prediction. We've also been linked with Elise, but the thing is, with Elise, yeah, top player, but very injury prone. And the thing is, we've got Savio coming in, well, supposedly anyway. But the thing is with Savio, yeah, I think if City had full faith in him, we wouldn't be looking at other wingers, and there wouldn't be talk of him going out on loan. So I've got a funny feeling that Savio might end up going out on loan because City don't have that full trust in him and don't have the full faith that he's good enough. And that's why I think we're looking at other wingers. Like there's been Kvaratskhelia at Napoli's been mentioned, if that's how you say it. Neto at Wolves has been mentioned. Elise has been mentioned. Rafael Leao at AC Milan. So I think the likelihood is that we might bring in a winger and then Savio goes out on loan. That's my personal take. Obviously, there's been Grealish to Chelsea. That won't happen in my personal opinion. I can't see him leaving City. Especially not to a Premier League rival anyway, because we've strengthened enough Premier League rivals within the last transfer windows. For example, we've strengthened Arsenal quite a bit. We've given them Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus. And we've strengthened Chelsea by giving them Sterling and Palmer. But thank you for watching this video. A comment came up on one of the previous videos saying that they want me to sit down in my videos. So the person who put that comment, I don't know how to actually pronounce your name, but you got your wish. And I'm going to try and sit down and record when I do my videos more often now. We're not too far away from 360 subscribers, so that's the next mark that I want to hit. I think we're like 7 subscribers away. So if you're not a subscriber already, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and share the video to other football fans. Not just Manchester City fans, it can be other football fans, because not every video that I do on this channel is Manchester City based. A lot of it is, but it's not all the time Man City based. But I think from what I've seen on YouTube Studio, more people are not subscribed than are subscribed. So if you can subscribe, that'd be massively appreciated. And I'll see you guys in the next one, which will be Borussia Dortmund versus Paris Saint-Germain post-match review. See you then.